Okay, hello everyone, here it's an Ancap cat, and, there's something in the Ancap community that I don't think really gets covered, and that is public records. You see, as you can see on my screen, um, as you can see on my screen, this is what public records are about. They're documents or pieces of information that are not considered confidential and generally pertain to the conduct of government. You know, well, you know, you know, searching up random people and what they did on the internet. You know, all about them. That's what public records are, and they suck balls. And they're often done by these asswipes called Databrokers. Databrokers are, these asswipes that sell your information. They buy and sell your information. There's a bunch of these asswipes that do it with Databrokers, and it really sucks ass. I don't think that we should have a society where a fucking government decides to expose their information to the world, literally to the world, and then allow companies to buy that information, to copy it, buy it, store it, whatever, and you don't have any privacy anymore. I don't think such an organization should exist. I mean, and you got all these these asshole data brokers that they don't care. They don't care at all. Whoever gets the information after they sell it, or whatever the information is, they just go, okay, well, got my money. And what do I have to say about all this in relation to Ancapistan? Okay, here's one of the websites right now. Public records search. You want to know about someone? Well, search up on here, And then you got, Texas Public Records. You can get some good dirt. Okay, well, that's the same thing. You can get some good dirt on there. And you don't... Okay, there's this one too. And you don't have any privacy with the existence of these sites. And what I'm about to go over is how this relates to anarcho-capitalism. Well, in an anarcho-capitalist society, you wouldn't have government, so you wouldn't have, like, a bullshit organization that just goes and exposes or even sells your information to companies, okay? That wouldn't exist. So you'd have more privacy in the Ancap side. You'd be more private. Also, what else? This whole public records, public interest, public good, that wouldn't exist. The government doesn't exist. Public good, public services, public whatever doesn't exist. Because that's collectivist bullshit, so we don't want that. So that wouldn't exist. So you wouldn't have to worry about people figuring out whatever about you. Your criminal record, whether you get married or not, whether you're a victim of violence or not. You wouldn't have to worry about that at all. Also, okay, more. You'd get less spam calls and email because you wouldn't have a government to expose your information to these companies, which sell it to companies, to just transfer it all over the world. You wouldn't. And yeah, phone companies, they use auto dialers, and email companies, they use auto generators, but in addition to that, they just buy the information, I mean, this is why you get so much spam mail in your email or even your physical mailbox. Okay, what else? No government to expose you. Okay, I like this. I like it how people say that people need to know this stuff. That strangers need to know about strangers, when that really isn't the case. that really isn't the case, because a lot of this stuff is just, hold on, a lot of this stuff is just, my cat, I got a cat, and she's really annoying. Oops, sorry. A lot of this stuff is just mundane stuff, like, oh, this person did this, or did that, you know? It's really relevant for strangers to know about other strangers, and even if it is heavy stuff, isn't that only up to the law enforcement and the victims and the criminal to really know about, you know? Random strangers don't know about all these criminals, you know? It's like, it all boils down to relevancy. Are you having an interaction with this person? And, would that relevant interaction involve this information? Because if you're not having this interaction with this person, you know, if they don't want you to, or the interaction doesn't cover that stuff, then why the hell do you even need to know about it? You know, it doesn't make any sense. I'd say in an Ancap society, if you felt like certain people, you know, needed their history brought up to light, and these would be people these only be people you'd interact with on a job, for example. Like, if you wanted to look up the criminal record of your babysitter, or your employee, or even your employer, or, you know, someone who's taking care of you, or your kids, or someone you're really involved with, in that business type of relationship, you could look up their criminal records, okay? But you couldn't look anyone else's because they're not doing anything with you. They're not. So you don't get to just you know, look anyone up. You know, you don't even look up you know, people that, you know, are relevant to you. Which is kind of the way it should have always been. What else? How does information even come out? Well, babysitters could have to give their information as terms of employment. If they want to be hired by you, they need to give up their criminal history. And your boss, if you're working for your boss, you'd have to give up your criminal history. Sorry, my dumb cat. She's all over the place. You just saw her on the camera. So basically, it'd be on a need-to-know basis, people's criminal records. You know, whoever you're interacting with, they'd have to give it up, or you'd have to give it up. So that's how I think criminal records would work in an Ancap society, is only relevant people know them. Only relevant people, isn't that quite a concept? Only relevant people know them, and nobody else. So that's all I gotta say for now. I wish more people would have covered this by now. I mean, I think it's pretty important. I mean, this is government exposing information, other assholes getting it. So I would think, oh, maybe we should cover this. You know, maybe we should cover how this works in a free society. Now, I'm not trying to really blame anyone. Maybe I am anyway, inadvertently. But I just feel like this really should have been covered sooner. So that's all I have to say. I mean, we're living in a surveillance state as it is. The government spying on us with the NSA. I really think, you know, we don't need to add to that. We don't need, you know, private fucking companies, corporations, you know, peering down on us, you know, deciding what we probably want to buy, and then try and spam us with, no, sorry, this cat is really a handful. She just, there she is again. We really don't need companies in the mix, you know, spamming you, deciding what you need to buy, you know, picking on you with email and phone spam, telemarketers. We really don't need any of that. So I was hoping I'm hoping that I'm hoping this subject gets covered more. And, in the Ancap circles and society in general, that, hey, these people sell your information, we need to stop them and hold them accountable. So, yeah, that's what I gotta say. This is my first ever film, the camera as well as the screen video. Hope you like it. I think it's cool. I hope I did it right. I hope everything that's supposed to show up shows up properly. So, that's all I really got. So, I guess that'll be it. Bye.